For the last year, we have talked about Kanye West and how he has gone to great lengths to upset people online. He's hurt his fans, his friends, and his family in the process, and now he's losing out on a ton of money as well. This week, it was announced that Kanye West had lost his billionaire status after Adidas terminated their partnership in a shocking turn of events, as the company seemed to want to avoid that at all costs, even if it was the right thing to do. And people have been left with this interesting feeling towards them as a company, since the public felt like they should have terminated so long ago and they were really taking their time with this. And people feel like they only stopped working with Kanye because they didn't want this to hurt them financially, and not so much due to them being absolutely livid over the things Kanye has been saying recently. Kanye West has been very open about his views on Adidas, especially in the recent times. He has accused them of stealing ideas from him and doing things without his approval, and in the process of him going on these rants about not only Adidas but the other brands that he's also collaborated with, he has continued to spread other messages as well that are extremely harmful to several different communities. Kanye for the last couple years has honestly said extremely controversial statements, and this year he has only continued them. This past month alone, he has been seen wearing White Lives Matter shirts on a number of occasions, and he even had models at his fashion show during Paris Fashion Week wear them, and he's also been reportedly handing out these shirts with this message to the homeless living on Skid Row, and was called out by the organization LA Can, where in a Instagram post they said, "For a man who has enough money to single-handedly house half of Skid Row's black folks for life and still have millions in the bank, he chose to pass out politically charged t-shirts instead. We didn't need the shirt, Kanye. That's proof that white lives matter to you and your black brothers and sisters do not." Kanye has also done things like attend Candace Owens' controversial film premiere titled The Greatest Lie Ever Sold, George Floyd and the Rise of BLM. And Kanye was also seen a number of times this past month making anti-Semitic comments. On October 7th, his Instagram account was restricted after posting screenshots of a conversation with him and Diddy where he made several comments about the Jewish community. His Twitter account was also locked that same week by the social media platform following a tweet he wrote in regards to the Jewish community. It also came out that he made more comments in unaired footage from his sit-down interview with Tucker Carlson, and he continued to speak on the community negatively in an interview with Chris Cuomo last week. Adidas faced major backlash this past month for not taking action sooner than other companies. Talent agency CAA confirmed they dropped Kanye as a client on Monday, and he was also let go by Balenciaga last week. And last month, Gap announced that they would be ending their partnership with Kanye, and both Gap and Foot Locker have removed Yeezy products from its stores. Adidas, however, seemed to be dragging their feet in all of this. They began a review of the partnership between them and Kanye on October 6th after he wore the White Lives Matter t-shirt in public, and was widely criticized for no further action being taken since they had said that they were reviewing things. As conversation began to grow about what Adidas was doing and why they were taking so long to address the situation, US-based Adidas trade marketing director Sarah Kami grew frustrated by the brand and came out in a statement on LinkedIn and said this: "Coming off the Adidas Global Week of Inclusion, I am feeling anything but included. As a member of the Jewish community, I can no longer stay silent on behalf of the brand that employs me. Not saying anything is saying everything. It's been 14 days since Kanye started spewing anti-Semitic rhetoric, and Adidas has remained quiet, both internally to employees as well as externally to our customers. We have dropped Adidas athletes for using steroids and being difficult to work with, but are unwilling to denounce hate speech, the perpetuation of dangerous stereotypes, and blatant racism by one of your top brand partners. We need to do better as a brand. We need to do better for our employees, and we need to do better for our communities. Until Adidas takes a stand, I will not stand with Adidas." The Anti-Defamation League was also putting pressure on Adidas as well as the public after members of a hate group hung a banner reading "Kanye is right about Jews" over a Los Angeles freeway. Following this horrific message and extremely scary situation, Amy Schumer posted this on Instagram, and the post was later shared by millions, including the Kardashian family. It read, "I support my Jewish friends and the Jewish people." Her caption said, "If you don't know what to post, let's start with this. in the comments, do you know what the Jewish community is afraid this will lead to? 1 in 2 people don't know the Holocaust happened. Stand up. # never again. And like I said, nearly the entire Kardashian family reposted this, and Kim also made a statement on her Instagram saying, "Hate speech is never okay or excusable. I stand together with the Jewish community and call on the terrible violence and hateful rhetoric towards them to come to an immediate end." This whole thing started to cause a lot more conversation when it seemed like Kanye had even felt like he had gotten away with all of this, especially when it came to Adidas not dropping him. He was seen in an interview talking about, even though he said these things, Adidas was not dropping him.
The thing about it, me and Adidas, is like, I could literally say anti-Semitic and they can't drop me. I could say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what?
But yesterday, the company did finally make a statement announcing that they would be terminating their partnership with Kanye immediately. They posted this press release that read, "Adidas does not tolerate anti-Semitism and any other sort of hate speech. Ye's recent comments and actions have been unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous. They violate the company's values of diversity and inclusion, mutual respect, and fairness. After a thorough review, the company has taken the decision to terminate the partnership with Ye. Immediately end production of Yeezy branded products and stop all payments to Ye and his companies. Adidas will stop the Adidas Yeezy business with immediate effect. This is expected to have a short-term negative impact of up to $250 million on the company's net income in 2022, given the high seasonality of the fourth quarter. Adidas is the sole owner of all design rights to existing products as well as previous and new colorways under the partnership. More information will be given as part of the company's upcoming Q3 earnings announcement on November 9th, 2022. So it sounds like going forward, they're going to be removing association with the brand name Yeezy because apparently Kanye owns the name Yeezy. So I do think that they're still going to continue to make the shoe. It's just that Kanye isn't going to have anything to do with it anymore. It sounds like everything that Kanye has made with Adidas for Yeezy is something that Adidas owns. Like, they own what it looks like and the different styles and such, and anything that will come out will be the styles that they already own, and maybe they can switch up the colors, but that's about it. Everything that's come out is probably all that they could ever do. Like, there won't be any new styles. So I think any part of the shoe that ever said Yeezy, whether it was like the bottom or the sides or inside the shoe, it will now just say Adidas instead of Yeezy. News then broke that this meant Kanye would be losing his billionaire status. According to Forbes, they said the $1.5 billion value of the Adidas deal was calculated off of a multiple of annual earnings. Based on interviews with experts, Forbes had viewed the royalties Ye received from Adidas to be similar to royalties from music catalogs or film residuals. The Adidas income stream could be sold off. Those experts said, just like dozens of musicians, including the likes of Bob Dylan, Bruce Springsteen, have sold off their life's work over the past 2 years. Without Adidas, Ye is worth $400 million. The remainder of Ye's fortune, Forbes estimates, comes from real estate, cash, his music catalog, and a 5% stake in ex-wife Kim Kardashian's shapewear firm, Skims. A source close to Skims told Forbes Ye hasn't been involved with the brand since its 2019 launch. There's people online now bringing attention to the fact that this might not even all be a lesson to Kanye, and he actually might be happy about the loss of not working with Adidas anymore, as he's repeatedly gone after Adidas this entire year, wanting out of this contract, blaming them for all these horrible things that have happened with the brand, saying that they've done things behind his back, and he's really made it clear he did not want to work with them anymore, and he didn't like the people at the company. At one point in time this year, he was literally posting photos of every top employee at Adidas and was making certain comments about the way that they looked, about their names, just completely, going after the company. So it's very clear he did not care about what they thought about him, and he certainly did not care to work with them anymore, because in his mind, they had already proved to him that they don't like him, since he felt like they were stealing from him, doing things without running it by him, and he was just ready to go. And so unfortunately, a lot of people don't think this is a big lesson to Kanye of say things and there are consequences, especially when people feel like these consequences that he is facing for his actions are things that he actually wanted to happen. He wanted to get out of this contract. And so with what he's been saying recently, this makes people very, very nervous nervous in terms of him maybe continuing what he has been spreading online and repeatedly saying the things that he has been. And it's just a very horrible and scary thing for him to be doing and for him to not recognize the weight of those words that he is saying. But as of right now, this is what has come out about Kanye and the updates in regards to brands dropping him losing his billionaire status. That's everything as of right now. I love you guys so much, so much. And I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.